and I got flung. Oh my goodness. That was insane. Okay, with the katana, here we go. Oh, there we go. Alright. Hello everybody. Hopefully the two clips at the beginning were pretty intriguing, right? You go fast enough that you can just phase out of the map. This is Swordburst 2, and as reference for the time it's made, it is the Light and Dark update. So, let's get straight to it. There's 3 difficulties, I'll call it, to doing the speed glitch. It basically centers on the whirlwind spin ability and how far you are from the center of the circle, right? So once you're adequately far from the center of the circle, you want to, on Windows, hold right click on the minimize button, like so. Since you've displaced a little bit, it should be good and you should have the speed glitch. And that's how it works, the premise of it. For Mac, you want to initiate it and then click file and edit. I mean, just file or edit, spam it, it'll freeze your thing, and that should be essentially tabbing. Now, the second level of difficulty requires you unequip your weapon. This works on PC, and it looks kind of like this. You still have the speed glitch, but you don't have your weapon. This is for the sake of mobile players and console players. I think console players will have to have UI navigation like this with their little joysticks, and they'll have to figure it out. Mobile players, you can just tap it and unequip it. The third level of difficulty is if you want to use any other weapon besides dual wields, which you must have in order to create the glitch. So you want to equip, let's say this, right? Because it has a larger range, even though it has less damage, and you want it for the larger range. So, and you also want to have the speed glitch while having it. So what you want to do is you want to activate the ability like so, open your inventory, click it, equip it, and then minimize. So like this. And as such, you should have that. So the basics to going fast on this, you must know that when you hold space and you hold A, it shoots you to the right, and then holding A brings you back to the left because A is your moving left key. D does the opposite, shoots you to the left, you go to the right. It builds momentum on its own if you do it right, but if you want to go faster and get to a faster speed quicker, it's likely in your best interest that you chain it. How do you chain it, right? How do you chain? You go A, D, A, D, A, D, A, D, and you flick towards the motion that would that you get launched in if you were to I don't know. I mean, you'd get a feel for it if you did it. Just chain it like that. Now, the important thing to note is that this only applies to R6 characters. It's a little different for shorter avatars. I'll use an extreme example right now. A lot of people like to use the little shortened avatars, like the doll avatars, just to get a shorter character. But something like this will have difficulty in doing the speed glitch. Once you equip these 2 things, no matter what way you do it, whether it's the change weapon difficulty or the simple mobile console difficulty, you'll find discrepancies because you cannot do it. Do you see how the whirlwind spin, you barely displace from the center of it? So what this means is that the speed glitch is reliant on how far you move from the center ring, right? If you don't move a lot, then you won't have any speed. As such, you want to focus on having a higher or taller character. And actually, what really matters is the length of your legs. If I have this taller character and taller legs, then I'll have a faster speed glitch. And this is irrelevant to how big my torso and arms are. See this? It might seem slower than the R6 version, but the initial speed is faster, and that's the point. Because the bigger torso has more collisions, and as such, you'll get more airtime when you're jumping around the map. Like when you collide into stuff, you go flying like they're little ramps. This may be a drawback, or in some cases, like undesired. So if you want to optimize your speed, but at the same time not want to be big, all you need is to equip one big leg, like at the beginning of the video. Doing this allows you to be much faster because you displace so much further. For example, like this. See how far I displace from the center of the whirlwind? That just makes me incredibly fast. And at this point, most people would not even want to chain their speed because it might be a hassle when bumping into terrain. So I've come to this map to kind of showcase how fast you really go, because you don't need to chain it. If you chain it, you just go even faster. So, right? But as you can see, holding only one key, A, already sends you incredibly quickly. Like so. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it for the video. I've covered so far the different methods on different devices that you'd probably be interested in achieving the speed glitch, how to optimize it using the height of your leg. And if you don't have the capital to buy a bundle with a taller leg, it's a very easy fix that could like significantly increase your speed even if you don't spend any money, and that's using the scaling feature on the avatar like customization screen, where you can scale your legs up free of charge, and that should also do the trick. However, if you want top speeds, this is a plushie listing. I heard some plushies actually aid you in speed. This will be plushie-less for the sake of mine, because I'm a returning player and I don't have that. And there's your example. Thanks for watching, everyone. I might add some clips of like using it on some other maps, but for now that's all.